YouTubers / internet content creators,
influencers
across platforms, are less skilled and less good than almost any of their counterparts in a different
traditional media.
Are you just bagging on half of the whole YouTube community?
And myself.
Yeah. I have examples of people that I know that you have told me personally, like, I don't think these people are as good as their audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may edit this next part out, but who are you talking about?
Well,
Hi, everybody.
hello.
Hi.
You may be listening to an episode that was recorded a while ago, perhaps before this latest wave of anti-police brutality protests. But as we're recording this little bit right now, there are protests literally 1 block away from our house where we're recording this. And we just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the severity and the seriousness of the moment. We want to let you know that the Threezus podcast stands with the protesters, and
Definitely.
we support anyone who wishes to see a country and society that is free of police brutality and wants some accountability.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have a lot of things that I want to say, but I don't think that this would be the right platform for me to say them.
Sure.
But I do definitely want to say that we are with you and we stand with you and we support you.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, and absolutely. We want to also take this opportunity to encourage you listening to stay safe, but take action where you can, right? So have difficult conversations with people who might not understand why the protests are happening, right? Like, it's always easy to look at these crazy events and wonder, like, this is nuts. And kind of sucks. Like, why is this going on?
Yeah.
But it's really important to take a minute to realize how long and unrelenting this problem of police brutality has been, how severely people's lives have been ruined by it, and how frequently we've not changed anything. And it is extreme right now, but that's kind of the point, because we as a society have pushed people to this extreme. We want to compel you to do something safe as a starter, right? And something safe you can do is truly attempt to achieve the best understanding you can about why these protests are going on, and donate if you can to some cool organizations that will help provide a better future for us. And Danny,
Campaign Zero for one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one that we've been actively supporting lately. I know Mason's made
I've made 2 donations to them. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And if you have the means to, I definitely recommend you visit Campaign Zero and read what they're about. I'd also like to take a moment to shout out another place you can donate, which is Showing Up for Racial Justice, called Surge. SURJ. ShowingUpForRacialJustice.org is a great place to visit as well.
Yeah. Please take the time to at least check it out, if anything.
Yeah. Even if it just takes a few minutes, it does make a difference, I promise. And again, stay safe. We have nothing but love in our hearts, and we're hurting too right now.
Yeah. Everything with love.
With that being said, on to our episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're Threezus, there's 3 of us. We're weird as fuck and that's our deal. This could go anywhere, so buckle up and Threezus take the wheel.
Hello, all of my children.
Hello, Daniel's children.
Hello, Daniel's
My
offspring.
sweet, sweet baby.
Let's see that homework.
Yeah.
I'm not their teacher.
Well,
I'm
no,
their-
yeah.
Parents still check homework, Daniel.
Yeah.
Oh, especially right now because we're in quarantine
That's
land.
right. Yeah, wow.
Dinner's ready, kids. This is going to read less like an opinion and more like an excuse for you two to make fun of me. But when I was a kid, I decided I kind of didn't like Frosted Flakes because I kept accidentally swallowing individual flakes whole and almost choking.
Wow.
I remember having this opinion for a while before I tried it again years later and was like, no, that was fine. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me.
Can't eat apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a hot take, but I hear that you have more hot takes.
I do. Do you want it to be hot take time?
Sure.
It is hot take time.
Hot take
HTT.
time.
All right,
Hot take machine.
It's time.
Hot take time machine. Yeah,
Hot take time
yeah.
machine.
There you
Got
go.
it.
I'll start with my own because I'm introducing this segment, but it's really for any of us to present an opinion that they have that might be kind of a hot take or might be kind of controversial.
Unpopular opinion, yeah.
Yeah, but to be clear, hot take time is about elevating it to a hot take. So even if your opinion only has a trace of hot takeness in it, I want you to first present the hot take version of
like
it.
how I should never have to wash my towels because I use them only when I'm clean anyway, so they're always clean.
Sure, and then we would
Wow.
talk about how that is gross.
Yeah.
And then
Are you okay, Daniel?
Yeah.
He looks like I really slapped him.
We find out that Daniel's been
No,
been
but
doing this
then-
for
Wait,
years.
so I should wash my towel?
we're getting to the point is that in discussing the hot take,
Yeah.
we will eventually find exactly where your real opinion lies.
Somewhere on the cold take to hot take spectrum, right? We're eventually going to reveal where our actual opinion lies, but it's got to start with a hot take, okay?
All right.
So
go.
here's some
Hit
of my
me.
hot take opinions.
Hit me, baby.
All right. I often
hit me, baby.
I'll start with like a really basic one, okay?
Right.
I usually like cold pizza more than hot pizza.
Ooh.
I mean,
I
okay.
mean,
like
that's a literal cold take.
Okay,
but
fine.
yeah.
Boo.
But I feel like I'm not alone here, right? Like this can't be.
No,
I can't be making this.
Yeah, but you're
opinion
not.
up.
But you're not like so far away that we're just like, what?
Yeah.
Cold pizza. Cold pizza is one of the only cold foods I think that has as
Well,
merit.
originally
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
foods eaten cold.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Because you can't be like cold pizza is better than ice cream.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm laughing at a past Mason joke that I must have written for myself. But I wrote in here in my notes app like all these like bullet points to remind myself of talking points.
Okay.
And I wrote 2 notes under I often like cold pizza more than hot pizza. And where I would have elaborated, I just wrote point 1, you can suck my ass. Point 2, it's good, bitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I guess
mean,
that-
how are you gonna argue that?
I guess that's
Yeah.
what like past Mason thought to say here.
Yeah. There's. I disagree.
I mean, I think a lot of people like cold pizza, maybe even as much as hot pizza. But I don't
Yeah.
think there are many people that like cold pizza
like,
more than hot
surpasses
pizza.
To be
hot
clear,
pizza.
okay.
Like
The
I
hot
imagine
take-
you like getting delivery, like a pizza
Yeah.
delivered to you, and then sticking it straight into the fridge.
So no, I don't do that.
like an insane
this
person.
is where
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is where my real self diverges a bit from the hot take.
Or like you even have a fridge outside, and you just
pizza.
and you just ask the delivery guy to put it straight in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Well, I was
Okay.
gonna say a hot take that I just made.
Oh.
Is
fresh out the oven.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the one that like is specifically at Taco Bell and hardly anywhere else, is the best soda out there.
Is the best soda period.
It's the
Yes.
best. Really? Okay.
Damn.
Well, I'm in
Defend
hot take
yourself.
mode.
of
It
course.
tastes really fucking good. I don't know what to say other than it tastes really good.
I like it in my mouth.
I love Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I'm convinced that Taco Bell bought the rights to it because they knew how good it was, and they
and
needed
that's
another
the only reason
to,
Taco Bell is successful.
Yes, is Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
making these takes
Hotter
red
take.
hot.
Hotter
it's like,
take.
okay,
Yeah.
last time you went to Taco Bell and you can't order like one thing because it's too small, so you like order a whole bunch of things and you feel like fat and ugly.
Hottest take.
And
Taco
then-
Bell needs to rebrand to Baja Bell.
Baja Bell. Yeah.
Okay, and
Taco
then when you
Fresh.
eat those things, they all taste the same. Even if you get like 3 completely different things, they're all the same. They all taste the same.
I know this is a hot take, Mason, that you've mentioned to me before. Well, it's not like one of the hot takes that you've mentioned is that you think that YouTuber. Well, your hot take is.
Oh yeah, I know this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the last hot take. Bookmark the competition thing.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the last hot take that is a real opinion I have in some measure. Here's the hot take. YouTubers / internet content creators.
Yeah, influencers
across platforms
Yeah.
are on average like less skilled and less good than almost any of their counterparts in a
In
different
traditional
medium.
media.
Are you just bagging on half of the whole YouTube community?
And myself.
Yeah.
No, like, but just like pretty much, yeah. Like,
I know
so
where he's coming from.
on
They're
average,
all- yeah.
content creators are by far less talented than any counterparts in their field who work in different different spaces. So like,
We're talking to you, Vsauce.
Oh no, Vsauce is good.
yeah, I don't.
Vsauce is
But
great.
like,
So, yeah.
I've written out like comedian YouTubers, TikTokers, Facebook, Instagram creators are often like they're often not funny. But I'm not even saying that from like a.
So stone cold with that.
But like,
Often
I'm
not funny.
I'm
at
not
all.
even saying that for okay, because like you could assess a video and ask yourself inwardly, like, did I laugh? Right? That's different, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot more subjective.
Yeah.
But I think that you could go even further to say that like the majority of those content creators in the comedy genre are like objectively unskilled, as opposed to
Wow.
like subjectively not making content that appeals to me.
I don't know much about comedy because I'm not a funny man. But
How
As
funny.
we laugh.
how
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you be objective with comedy?
I think maybe it's
Is it like one of
determining
those
what the
laugh
audience
meters?
is. It may be like determining the audience and what they're intending to do and seeing how well they execute it.
And your communication skills, like, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, I know how to talk good.
yeah,
Does that
but
make
I
me
think
funny?
I think that really funny
Yes.
people are inherently really good communicators because they're able to use tone and the way they set up stories to intuitively like plant thoughts in the audience's head or acknowledge what questions the audience would naturally have at this point, and then address them in a way that feels like laser targeted or with good timing or etc. Like there are people who are good at the skill of comedy, and we know a ton of them.
I think what Mason's trying to say is that the audience that has been granted to a lot of people in the influencer sphere is much greater than their counterparts who arguably are better. Yeah, they're more skilled and they have like put more time and effort into it. It's just that there have been a series of bits of, I guess, luck and circumstance that have kind of allowed the people to get where they currently are.
Right, like audience is not proportional skill even a little bit.
Okay,
Would you like to
let
call
me play devil's advocate. Okay,
Yeah,
so you're
sure.
saying that a lot of like comedians or people that are trying to be funny on social media are not funny and they don't deserve the popular. Okay, maybe you didn't say that, but that's what
less,
I'm
less
referring.
funny than their
In the spirit of the
traditional
hot take,
counterparts.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just because it's not funny to you doesn't make it not funny for everybody. Because
Correct.
When I see a lot of those things, I like while I myself don't think it's funny, I definitely know people that would find it like absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of the like fact that people's humors are different and like the way they develop are different, and there's so many people in the world, and the fact that those people got popular is indicative of the fact that there are many people that like that type of humor, and hence why they're popular.
So I recognize that I can't hear anything. I recognize that I'm making a hot take and you're playing devil's advocate, but I'm still going to argue with you as though I believe what I believe and you believe what you believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I completely disagree with that. Unironically, I disagree with that general worldview that people's follower counts are a reflection on their validity as like an artist or something. The real, by the way, to be clear, Real Mason believes that. Like Real Mason doesn't like thinks that notion is bullshit.
You made me very confused.
Sorry, Real Mason thinks that people's audience sizes is in no way a reflection of their skill or validity as a performer, because their work would speak for itself. Is my opinion more so. Just because some people do really low-hanging fruit kind of comedy, like screaming, making a fool of yourself, regurgitating memes but louder, like that kind of thing is...
I thought he was talking about me for a
It is
second.
funny, right? like that is funny, but anyone who even had a single comedic bone in their body could do that if they chose to.
Is this an intervention to
No,
get me
it
to
has
stop
nothing to do with you,
screaming?
Daniel. Stop.
Sorry, I can
The people who write entire stand-up specials or write stories that are funny or I'm biased toward improv, but do improv shows where the format is actually somewhat challenging.
Yeah.
Like those people are demonstrating that they have skills far beyond almost anyone in the YouTube sphere most of the time.
Yeah, you know what though? I feel like comedy is a binary. Either it's funny or it's not funny. It doesn't matter how hard you work at it.
There's a hot take.
Yeah, so like those people are actually smarter than the people that are working hard because they know exactly how to get what
Work
they
smart,
want.
not hard.
Yeah, exactly. And not
Danny.
even have to try that hard to do it.
Oh, man.
Danny, I heard you ask me if I had any examples, which made me think that you have examples.
Well, I have examples of people that I know you have told me personally. Like, I don't think these people are as good as their audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may edit this next part out, but who are you talking about?
Well, okay, so or at least just in people that you believe do not have the they are very underqualified for the amount.
Are you talking about Jake Paul?
Talking about Jake Paul.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about. Well, Jake Paul's not comedy. He's not comedy, but I've definitely
You're
heard
right,
you
he's
plenty
not
of times.
comedy.
I've heard you plenty of times be like, I don't understand why this dude has such a following. He
Or like
has
I do,
no,
but it's not that he's good.
yeah, he has no traditional skills that you can point to.
Would it be better if he wasn't already a garbage person?
Well, the thing is,
like
part
someone
of,
who puts garbage in cans?
Yeah, he's a garbage person.
part of his garbage personhood is that
The lineage of his
is
garbage.
that he misinterprets his privileges for virtues. You know what I mean? Like he's lucky, he's wealthy, he looks exactly like the kind of person we reward for nothing in this society.
Yep.
And
That's
like,
where I thought Mason was going to go with the audience thing.
and so he has a big audience because his privilege plays a crucial role in making sure that his content rubs people the right way. That makes sense? If Jake Paul was like black or not a dude, then it would not rub people the right way at all.
They would just be like, this person's not funny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would say in the case of his like outrageousness, his male privilege is crucial.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a dude for people to think it's funny and entertaining for you to like ride a dirt bike down a residential street, crash it against a car, pee on the flaming car, flip off and punch a homeless person, and then like crush a beer on your forehead.
Yeah,
I don't really watch this
girl and
content.
you do that, it's really hard to like pee on the car effectively.
Yeah, it's a logistical thing. No,
Yeah.
but like I think
Wow.
him, but not just people like Jake Paul. I just think that when you scour, like if you go to a comedy conservatory in LA, there's a lot of them here, and you watch any performer who's performing on the stage at any night, they're probably a more skilled comedian / funnier person than most of the people you would like find on the popular comedy YouTube channels. They're just better at it. And like, to be clear, I'm shitting on myself too, and I recognize that. Like,
we make videos on the internet. We're doing that right now.
I'm
Yeah.
like a YouTube comedian / singer or whatever, and I'm not that good at either thing compared to a lot of people I've seen who don't have an audience. I obviously on some level like arrogantly think I know what I'm doing, but at the same time I recognize that like I'm part of a group where it is much more likely that you're not anywhere near as good as you think you are just because you have an audience.
You know what, Mason? That doesn't seem very hot takey. That seems pretty level headed. So I don't know if I agree with that.
Well, the hot take is that every YouTuber fucking sucks at what they do.
Yes.
Okay.
Hot
actually,
take, title,
fair
thumbnail.
enough.
Lock it in.
YouTubers, and influencers in general have the skill of being relatable in a way where people do want to care about their lives on a grand
Which
scale.
is a skill.
Yeah. I mean, it's tapping into, because I think the biggest audience of influencers is all the people who in real life maybe don't necessarily feel like they belong in friend groups or have any sort of like social inadequacies that allow them to feel a little bit more like they can connect with people from the privacy of their own room and just like on a phone or something.
So you're talking about like the social role that like influencers play.
Yeah, and like the skill that they have is that is not a traditional skill like being able to sing or being able to whatever, is that they can be
It's a soft skill.
relatable and allow themselves to portray more of their 360-degree self and allowing them to be more of a human being rather than I feel like with a lot of comedians it's kind of hard to know who they are as an actual person, right? And want
especially
to
if they're, I mean, this is a really interesting point that you're bringing up, Danny, because like if someone were so fucking good at what they do, it would immediately feel inaccessible to you. I like that point though, because like influencers often are about as skilled as like average people plus maybe a little bit more practice.
And it's just that they chose to put themselves out there though in a way, like they're the same person that is watching the videos, but they chose to be in front of the camera, essentially.
Right, that's a good point.
And
I think that's
why they have a following. That's why they have an audience. But I do agree that
valid.
They don't have the same like they haven't honed in on a skill the way that like we've spent years trying to learn how to sing well and stuff.
Yeah.
And like but I guess they've spent years. I mean, including myself, I guess, spent time trying to. Develop the skill of tastefully being, well, sometimes not tastefully, putting yourself out there and being a relatable human being that allow others to care about what you have to do. Like,
for example, like if you were if you were like college aged or like high school age or something, right? And you can only be expected to be so good at really anything at that age.
Yeah.
And
you're a prodigy.
Unless you're a prodigy.
Right. But not only do you want to watch people who are fucking gods at something, but you also want to expose yourself to people who are basically like you plus a little bit.
Like
and
around your
journey.
age. And,
and they look like you, and they so I guess that does make sense from like a niche perspective. But here's the thing, like I feel like a lot of YouTubers instead of thinking of themselves as someone who's like them but only a little bit extra practice or a little bit extra eagerness to put themselves out there with music or comedy or something, it really kind of goes to their head. And they start believing that they are just as competent and skilled as like mainstream art. And I think that the thing that bothers me about that is that feels like disrespectful to the actual
it's
art
completely
form.
Because you haven't. I mean,
you don't
probably
know shit about.
Haven't dedicated as much time and research and like tears and hard work.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna like I've been spinning my wheels, and this is like a real opinion I hold to some extent.
Well, but speaking of spinning wheels, I have a game.
Thank you.
Okay.
I was trying to say that I'm repeating myself at this point.
I have a game called Grand Theft Auto.
What? Oh yeah.
You guys
GTA.
may have heard it previously as GTA,
Because
as
it
one of
actually
our
stands for.
Grand Theft Auto this time.
Yeah.
Because
We're
it
gonna
is
steal
very
a car,
closely
we're gonna-
related to GTA. Guess that acronym. But
Oh, it's not.
this
Guess
is
that acronym?
Guess that acronym. Wrong answers only, which is why it's called Grand Theft Auto.
I like this.
Okay.
Yeah. I like this. This is a funny twist.
Yes.
I like the meta title too.
So if you guys haven't watched the episode where we did Guess That Acronym, stop this video and go watch it.
Yeah.
It is episode 3,
No.
4.
Yeah.
Instead
It's
of
one of the
guessing-
previous episodes.
Yeah. I just remember Daniel only gave us one we could actually answer, which was
Scuba.
scuba, and the rest of them was like IKEA, which was.
Do you remember what
Swedish stuff.
scuba was?
Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus.
Yeah.
Mason gets 1 point.
Already? What?
One thing
I
that
also-
I forgot
I-
to mention, Danny, can you keep track of the points, please?
Oh God,
What?
that's right. We're keeping track of points and have to make a parody if I lose.
But I don't though, right?
But that transitions into my next rule, which I just implemented.
Okay.
I'll give points as I want to.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that
No.
explains why you. Okay.
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
really sucks for Mason because he really doesn't want to lose. But I did write
Daniel,
it
I think
down.
you're so handsome.
You're minus 1 point. So
Daniel
now
doesn't agree with
yeah.
me.
So now Mason's 1 point.
I'm at -1.
Yeah, Danny's -1 for sucking my butt.
So this is when you say an acronym and we have to come up with wrong answers only.
Correct. Normally you would want to get the right answer, but in
Right.
this situation,
It's just which one you
want the
like
wrong-
better.
Oh, all right. So first acronym is gonna be for Danny.
Okay.
Danny, what does LOL stand for?
Lingerie on lingerie.
Okay.
Like crime?
It's a hate crime.
You hate to see lingerie on lingerie violence.
Yeah. That or just the act of wearing multiple layers of lingerie.
Okay.
Oh, tasteful.
Yeah. So the foreplay's extra long.
As we all know, the point of lingerie is layering.
Yeah. Hey, man.
All right, Mason, what does LOL stand for?
Oh, lollipops on leprechauns.
Danny gets a point.
All right.
Yes. Well,
Fine.
you're the one who fleshed out mine to be even.
Danny's at
cooler than
0.
mine.
You like pimped out.
That's fine. It was funny.
yeah.
Danny's at 0 now.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Mason.
Yeah.
I'll
What
never
does
compliment Daniel ever again.
BRB stand for?
Oh, bacon ruining Brexit.
Bacon ruining Brexit.
Yeah.
Okay. Any
Yeah.
other words?
Oh, other things?
Oh no. Any like way to elaborate this? Bacon,
Oh, okay.
how
Like-
does this bacon ruin Brexit?
It's gonna be a future conspiracy theory where when everyone realizes what a shit show Brexit was, like retrospectively, a small group of conspiracy theorists blames smoked pork belly.
I like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Danny.
BRB?
Yeah.
Oh, Batman, Robin, and Bane.
It's
a trio. Yeah.
The 3 most iconic superheroes.
Yeah. Batman, Robin, and Bane.
The trio.
Yeah. And the villain from
Yeah,
Dark Knight
Robin's
Rises,
like,
yeah.
why the fuck did you invite
Bane, yeah.
He broke your back.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit here.
He's trying to end the world. Yeah, he's trying to like restart Gotham.
He's not even hiding his intentions.
Yeah.
Mason gets 1 point.
All
What?
right.
Batman, Robin, and Bane, bro.
Yeah, but bacon ruined Brexit.
Danny, tell me what BBC stands for.
Oh gosh. Well, first thing that came to my mind is not what I'm gonna say. Yeah.
What is that, Danny?
No. The Burning Balls corner store.
Burning Balls Corner
Burning
Store.
Balls Corner Store.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do they sell at the Burning Balls Corner Store?
Oh, they sell like icy hot.
It's just icy hot lighting all the walls.
Yeah, it's like
Sir, we sell one thing here.
And
one
for
of
the
those
Asian
stores.
customers, Tiger Balm.
I like that. You guys are good at pimping out my own things.
All right, Mason,
Burning
what does
Balls Corner
BBC stand for?
Oh, right. I need to do one.
Yeah.
It stands for backbone cucks.
Backbone Cook.
Yeah,
Backbone Cooks.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Backbone cucks are the I don't know why I keep doing like small communities, but backbone cucks are the subsect of the cuckold kink community that want to be clear that they are not like super beta or spineless. Like they have a very big backbone.
They're
in fact,
proud cucks.
They're like
Proud
very
cucks,
aggressively proud cucks.
Wow.
That's what a BBC is.
If you don't know what cuckolding is, don't look it up.
Mason gets a point.
That's right. The proud backbone cucks.
Danny gets a point and a half.
Oh.
What? Oh, come on, man.
For when we.
I liked it.
He's
Yeah.
half a point behind me now.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
That's
All
fine
right.
by me.
All right, you guys. I have one more for
man.
all the marbles.
All the marbles.
All right.
And for this
ATM,
last
all the
one,
marbles.
we're gonna change it up a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
dear.
I'm gonna say the letters, and whoever like raises their hand or just like
to
"Bleh,"
answer.
first will get to answer first, and then the second person has to answer afterwards.
Okay.
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 The acronym is
I'm nervous.
ASAP. ASAP.
This is the I'll say the backstory first. It's the
Okay.
well, not backstory. It's a presidential slogan for someone who wants to
Be president
even
as soon
the
as possible.
yeah. No. It's oh gosh. He believes that it is as solvable as poverty.
And that it's
Very
and that it
difficult
would
to
take a lot of
solve.
societal change.
It would take a lot of effort.
I don't know. There's a certain point where Daniel was like counting down and doing the Jeopardy theme, and I was like, Mason, one of us got to say something. So I was like, you know what? Let's change the S and the P, but let's keep as to get the same.
All right.
Daniel got a good.
I'm
chuckle
gonna
out of that.
sprint to the other side of the spectrum just to see what Daniel wants to
All right,
elect
let's
the
see,
winner.
Let's
Okay.
see.
But I'm just gonna do a sexy ass parent.
Oh.
Which is when it's like the acronym that you say when like a really hot mom or dad pulls up.
Danny wins.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
God damn.
Yes. Yes.
It was really close, you guys.
The
Daniel-
president. Yeah.
That's because we both had really shitty answers at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
That's why it was close.
as solvable as poverty. Yeah.
I really love this solvable as poverty because it like makes me think of a presidential candidate that's so stupid and thinks that poverty is easy
Simple
to
to solve.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I can solve this as simply as I can solve
I
poverty.
appreciate that you recognize the humor in that. Yes.
Yeah, I
in
think
my
it was
in what
good.
I came up with in like 2 seconds.
It was
yeah.
clutch.
2 plus 2 is everyone happy forever.
Yeah.
Well, this has been Danny.
Oh, Daniel Park.
And Mason?
Oh, wait,
I get to keep my own
Oh,
name.
yeah,
Come on,
yeah, yeah,
man. Wait, no, Danny, come on, man.
My bad. I'm Mason
All right,
Sperling.
cut.
All
Okay.
right, here we go.
This has been Danny,
This has been Mason.
And Daniel.
yeah.
and we are
Threezus.
Remember to give a 5-star review, even though you hate us.
Yes.
Wait, no, that came out wrong.
Wait.
If you hate us, give us a 5-star review.
Yes.
And we will read it.
Yeah, leave us a
Yeah.
5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We'll be sure to read it, and we'll shout you out if we like what you had to write.
Yeah, and just let us know what punishments you want us to do. 'cause
Yeah,
I
add
know
to the
you like
punishment
seeing us
pool.
suffer. So.
Punishment pool. PP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PP.
All right, I'll see you next time with my parody. For now, goodbye.